G'day YouTube. This is just a quick overview of the latest release of Antergos OS. So starting off, Antergos OS is a Linux distribution based on the popular Arch-Linux desktop. Now, one thing about this one is instead of Arch-Linux, it's actually designed with a pre-installed graphical bootloader and installer and naturally pre-installed desktop environment, that sort of thing as well, as you can currently see here. Now, at a glance, you'll see this is the GNOME desktop environment, slightly customized. This is the default desktop environment for Antergos. However, you can get a multitude of other flavors such as Cinnamon, Mate, KDE, OpenBox, and more. Moving on here, the window manager here, and let's see if we can pop that one up here, is just the normal GNOME files window manager as you get with most of the GNOME Shell desktop environments there. So that's all good and well. The versioning of this one is now, it is actually version 17.5, but at the same time, Antergos does use something called a rolling release. So it's always just constantly upgrading, and as you can see with any real rolling release, it's got the latest and greatest Linux kernel there, 4.10 point something, which is really nice to see. And it's also nice to see this command actually show you the version of an operating system as well, which isn't usually the case there. Let's move on to the system monitor and see the usage. Now this is just starting off straight off the bat, so you can see it's already using a gig of RAM, and I haven't even really loaded up anything here, which is a bit of a shame. So maybe a little bit more power hungry, perhaps as a result of the GNOME 3 desktop environment there as well. Now it is available in 32 and 64-bit architectures as well in terms of installation, so just something you should know there. And that's so that's pretty much it. Just a super quick look at Antergos OS here for you guys. It's just I guess as a summary, it's a nice little graphical version of Arch-Linux. I would call it the lazy man's Arch-Linux, in that it's got all the graphical installation and the desktop already pre-installed there, ready for you to go. So if you want Arch-Linux but you don't want to have to do the hefty work of doing a little bit of extra code in order to get that going, this is probably very likely the desktop for you. So cheers guys, hope you've enjoyed.